Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liquid Kenobi. And before we get started, we'd like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, Drunk Preview, he did a video yesterday about an important actress that was in darkness and came back into the light. Thanking Drunk 3PO for what he's done so far, bro. And this has been glorious for this person. So here we go. Gina Carano wins back against Disney in lawsuit discovery battle. Judge orders Disney to hand over actor pay records within 20 days. So, latest right now, Disney has been stalling. To give Gina Carano's lawyers the records of what's been transpiring between Gina and between Disney and Lucasfilm during the time of her firing, before the time of them of when she was working with them, everything. They want everything, and how they've been treating other actors besides her, pay wise, everything. So Disney, they were stalling, they were making excuses that they may not be able to do this till next year in February. So her lawyers went to the judge, and the judge went like this, dialed the phone to Disney and said, "You got 20 days to give these lawyers everything they want. If not, there will be consequences." I don't know what kind of consequences there are, but this has been a glorious day for Gina Carano, bro. Every time Disney makes an excuse, Disney does not reply or anything, she's winning. She's going to get much. She's going to win this battle big, man. And I tell you, it's good and glorious. So let's read this article and everything. Now, before we read this, Gina Carano, I'm going to tell you this. If you guys have not known, Gina Carano has been through a lot. She started out as a UFC fighter. She was one of the top 10 fighters that brought the UFC to life, basically. Then she became a movie star. Her first movie was Haywire. And then I could tell you her filmography that she's done so far. So let's go over here now and I'll show you. She did Deadpool, Fast and Furious 6, Heist, Daughter of the Wolf, Terror of the Prairie, Blood and Bone, In the Blood, My Son Hunter, I Am Bruce Lee, Kickboxer Vengeance, because I remember watching that, Extraction, Madness in the Method, Scorched Earth, Ring Girls, and she starred, and that was her career when she became an actress. And she starred in her latest, she starred in The Mandalorian, and she was Cara Dune in seasons 1 and seasons 2. So, during that moment, in 2020, we had COVID. And of course, when our country was being forced to either to wear masks and to take the COVID vaccine, Gina Carano felt that she put out this in Instagram of how our country was being treated. She compared it, in her own opinion, she compared it to how the Jews were being treated during the time of the Nazis. How they were being treated. So you had the creation of the cancel culture and the social justice weirdos, who I normally used to call them social justice bastards. That's what I used to call them. They went out to Disney and Lucasfilm, forcing Gina Carano to be in a meeting with LGBTQ members, trans members, all that nonsense. And she was on a chat with them, and every one of them tried to roast her. They tried to roast her and everything. She couldn't handle it anymore. She left out of there. And then they forced her in Twitter to put her, she was forcing her to put pronouns in her profile. And she didn't want to do it. So she put her mean reply, beep, bop, boop. As soon as that happened, Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, instead of telling her in person she's fired, she fired her in social media and made her lose her career. She not only lost her job in Lucasfilm, she lost her Hollywood career. She lost her Hollywood career in everything. She lost her manager, who used to be her best friend. She lost all her supporters during that time. But one guy brought her back, and I'm going to show you who. 1 minute. Okay. Was this man right here. You guys recognize him as Jay Drunk 3PO, who brought her back into the light, talking with her, asking what happened, gave it all her. She told him everything. And it wasn't just him that made the interview. He was the first. But it wasn't just him. It was Patrick Bet-David, and then you had Ben Shapiro. Now, Ben Shapiro gave her a couple of job doing films, which was Terror in the Prairie and My Son Hunter. That was her movie that she did with Daily Wire. But I will say this, bro. Ever since Jay talked with her, he brought her back into the light, bro. He brought her back and gave her hope. And fans around the world came to her in MegaCon and supported her, including myself. I came to her and I told her how I felt sorry for her, how I told her that what Disney did was wrong. What they did to you was wrong and everything. She grabbed my hand saying, "Thank you. I do appreciate your support." I said, "No problem, man. You deserve it." Me and Jay, we had a conversation about it. And Jay thanked me and everything, and I thanked him. I said, "Jay, if it wasn't for you," and I say this, Jay, if you're out there watching this, bro, if it weren't for you, bro, Gina would have never been back into the light, bro. So shout out to you, Jay. Shout out to you, Drunk 3PO. If you don't know him yet, bro, please go support Drunk 3PO in his channel, bro. He's on his podcast right now. Welcome to the Rebellion. Go to his channel and support him, bro. But let me tell you, man, if it weren't for you, Jay, bro, Gina would have never been back into the light, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. So, let's get on to this article and look at the latest, bro. Because let me tell you, man, this has been a battle that she has been fighting for so many years, bro. It is payback for her to get at Disney, bro. Disney Lucasfilm deserve to get hated, bro. So let's take a read at this. And let me, Mike Frank, add this. Ever since what happened with Gina Carano, Star Wars fans have unsubscribed to Disney Plus because of what happened to Gina, including myself. But yet, I'm still I'm subscribed to Disney Plus because I am doing reviews on certain shows like Daredevil, Born Again, and Andor Season 2. I'm going to review them, and if that's good, and if that's it. I'm done. I will leave Disney Plus because they have been failing nonstop, bro. And I've been done with Disney Star Wars for quite some time, bro. So let's get on to this article. In a major legal victory for Gina Carano in her lawsuit against Disney, the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California has granted a motion to compel Disney to turn over key documents related to how other Star Wars actors were compensated, including big names like Pedro Pascal, Rosario Dawson, and the cast of The Mandalorian and Grogu. The order comes after 8 months of what Carano described as Disney's reflection and stalling in her wrongful termination lawsuit. Yeah, they've been stalling, man. Every attempt that they have been going on this, bro, Disney has been non-stop stalling. They've been holding back everything, bro. So, let's keep reading. The court order issued in case number 224 CV 01009 forces Disney to comply within 20 days, handling one verified speech spreadsheets showing how actors were paid across The Mandalorian related Disney Plus shows, and the upcoming film. The ruling partially grants Carano's motion to compel, marking a pivotal moment in the ongoing battle between Cara Dune, actress, and one of Hollywood's largest media corporations, bro. So, this is the lawyer who we're going to go to right now in his page. This is what he said. Discovery motion granted in Gina Carano's case against Disney. The court is forcing Disney to turn over information about how stars like Pedro Pascal, Rosario Dawson, and others from The Mandalorian and other Disney Plus Star Wars shows and the forthcoming movie The Mandalorian Grogu were compensated for their roles. So here it is right here. Planted Gina Carano moves to compel production of documents within 7 days by defendant Walt Disney Company in response to a request for production across these disputed RFPs. The root substantive and the material question relevant to the parties' claims or defenses is what information plaintiff means. Had Walt Disney not terminated her employment from the Mandalorian television show in February 2041. I'm telling you, man, if Lucasfilm and Disney would have never have terminated her because of a little meme, this would have been better. But, of course, they didn't want to do it. So, Gene Schaefer kept on going with this. Kept on going. Disney must produce verified spreadsheets showing actors pay across multiple shows. Key evidence that will help show the financial harm that Disney imposed on Gina when it unfairly and unlawfully terminated her. While the court's order did not give Gina access to everything she was looking for, it made clear we can seek further evidence and on actor compensation if our expert concludes such evidence is still necessary after we review what Disney produces in response to this order. So I'm giving the likes on this. The court also required Disney to move quickly, giving them only 20 days to comply with the order. The order shows the court won't let Disney bury relevant information in this high-stakes battle by playing procedural games. And that's what Disney has been doing. They've been playing nonstop. Oh, I didn't show it. My bad, people. My bad. Damn. I am so sorry I did not show that, bro. But let me tell you, man. They have been doing this far too long. Disney has been doing this far too long. They have been stalling on Gina's case. They have going identity politics and all this woke nonsense in there, bro. And they have plummeted themselves. And it's not just on Star Wars. It's in Marvel too. And other franchises as well, as in Indiana Jones and Willow. So, I mean, and National Treasures. So this goes to show you, man, that Disney does not know what they're doing. And there's been talk that Disney's been trying to sell Star Wars for quite some time, but no one doesn't want to buy it. Because it's too late. It's going to be hard for them to restore it. It's going to be hard for some company to try to restore Star Wars, you know? Because the damage has been done. The damage has been done, bro. And it's sad. Very sad. So let's try to read some of this article that we could. So here we go. So yeah, man. What is a motion to compel and what just happened? A motion to compel is basically a legal way of saying they're not giving us what they were supposed to. Judge, make them. Carano's legal team filed a motion back on April 2nd after 8 months of what they claim was stonewalling by Disney during the discovery process. In plain terms, her lawyers need access to Disney's internal data. Yeah, they need everything. Everything that Disney's been making right now. Everything. So, this has been glorious. It has been glorious. So, here's something that what Gina could win right here. Disney must produce actor compensation records within 20 days of the order. The documents must include verified spreadsheets, not vague summaries or cherry-picked numbers. The scoop includes The Mandalorian and other Disney Plus Star Wars series and the upcoming Mandalorian Grogu film. If more records are needed, Carano's lawyers can ask for additional evidence after reviewing what Disney hands over. This has been glorious for Gina. So this has been like unbelievable, dude. So the court granted Gina Carano. The judge granted Carano's motion to compel in part, ordering Disney to hand over the following within 20 calendar days unless both sides agree to the other deadlines. The required documents, actor compensation summaries. Disney must provide verified spreadsheets or summaries of these actors. Pedro Pascal, Rosario Dawson, and Carl Weathers across Mandalorian's 1 through 3 seasons. Rosario Dawson's The Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka Season 1 and 2. Amanda Stylenberg's in The Acolyte. And Diego Luna in Andor Season 1 and 2. She's going out, man. She is going at this, bro. And then Carl Weathers' contract. Disney must turn over Carl Weathers' actual contracts for Mandalorian Seasons 1 through 3 with redactions limited to personal or rep info. The Mandalorian movie. There it is right there. General compensation practices. Disney must also provide verified information, either in writing or through Dark's discovery, explaining how lead and supporting actors are compensated across Star Wars Disney Plus shows The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Book of Boba Fett, Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, especially if pay structures differ between series. So the court, they denied Gina Carano. The judge denied Carano's request for other actors' contracts besides Carl Weathers, the budgets and profits from Star Wars shows and films. However, this door isn't fully closed. The court said Carano's team can renew these requests after they disclose their expert witness, but only if that expert lays out exactly how those figures tie into their damages, and proves that no other available data could serve as a substitute. So this was a strategic denial, not a shutdown. So I tell you, man, and you can see Bob Iger right here when he's in the showcase and everything. It looks like he's taking a dump right now of what has been going on. And you know, Disney has been trying to shut her down many of times. They try to erase her. So ESPN and Disney, they try to erase her from the top 10 list of fighters that brought the UFC into life. And Gina Carano was one of them, and they tried to erase her, bro. But hey, she's a fighter, bro, and she's not giving up this battle, bro. And I don't blame her, man. I don't blame her one bit that what has been going on with Gina, man. So I tell you this now, man. You guys, there's more to read on That Park Place. You guys can read all this info. It is right there, dude. Everything that they have done with her, bro, everything that they have done with this woman, bro, is unjust, bro. And I'm happy for Gina Carano, who is still fighting this, bro. So, shout out to you, Gina Carano, and shout out to you, Drunk Freepio, for doing this, bro. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you guys for being following my channel, bro. I do appreciate it very, very much, man. I do appreciate this. So please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Gina's got a good chance of winning this case? I certainly do, bro. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you all until next time. Bye, everyone.